Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, our group will present about our chosen YSM entrepreneur under YSM flagship, which is Rimba Ceria Agrofarm. Here is our group member. The first one is Muhammad DANISH, then Muhammad FAHMI, Izzah NABILLA, myself RAZAK, and me Izzah. Here is our flow for this presentation. First, we will present to you about the business background, then the product and services, then data sources, market analysis, cost analysis, and lastly, suggestion and advices. Rimba Ceria Agrofarm has taken the initiative to cheer up people by offering food to be a part of their joyful moment. Founded by a hardworking woman named Nur Azura, this business takes the opportunity to use the diversity of the culture and background as a strength to allow her to understand and meet the needs of her consumers. She already has an interest in this kind of activity since she was small. However, the thought of building this business is when she was still an employer who always took a leave in order to take care of her beloved mother who was ill. After that, she thought that despite taking leave, why don't she resign and make a business where she can work anytime and may have given her benefit for a very long time. So that is how Rimba Ceria Agrofarm was created. This farm was located at Kampung Sungai Pusu, which is just 10 minutes away from IIUM. This business also has been registered under Suruhanjaya Syarikat Malaysia SSM under its name, which is Rimba Ceria Agrofarm. Rimba Ceria Agrofarm always chooses the best raw material for their customer. Usually for the chicken, it will be freshly caught and slaughtered. Their chicken are not like other breeders because the chicken were not caged, so they find their food all by themselves. This makes the chicken meat more delicious and healthy. For the raw deer meat, Rimba Ceria Agrofarm will take it from other breeders based on the part that their customer requested. The ingredient to make the perkasam can be retrieved from the villager nearby as they planted them. Meanwhile, for the quail, they are bought from the supermarket. For the raw deer meat and chicken, it is on pre-order basis because it requires many procedures before it is able to be sold to the customer. As for the perkasam, it will be done by batch, which will make many pack of the perkasam during one batch. This is because perkasam can be stored for a very long time, so it is easier for them to handle it. Here is the price of the products by Rimba Ceria Agrofarm. Perkasam beef for RM30 per 100 gram. Perkasam chicken for RM30 100 gram. Perkasam fish for RM7 per pieces, which is based on the type of fish and the size. For quail is RM50 per 2 pieces. For the deer is RM50 per 100 gram. For the raw deer meat is RM95 to 115 based on the part that the customer want. And for the fresh chicken is for RM80 per kg.
Next, about the data source. This study is based on primary research, including data obtained by ourselves. So as we know, primary research is defined as a practice in which researchers collect data directly rather than depending on data from previous study. So we collect the data through an interview session with the owner of Rimba Ceria Agrofarm, Nur Azura Muhammad Nasir. Since all of us are currently staying at home, the interview is conducted through Google Meet. Interviews are important when we want to gain a knowledgeable or expert perspective on a subject since they give a lot of information from a small number of people. Besides, all of our group members took part in this interview and we distributed each part of the question to ask the owner. First and foremost, our group leader asked the owner to arrange the online interview and we agreed to do the interview on Saturday, November 20, 2021. It took an hour to complete all the questions and the interview went very well since the owner is exceptionally friendly and answered all of the questions thoroughly. Also, we record the interview as data for our reports and future needs for the videos. And this picture was taken by our group leader during the interview session through the Google Meet. Next, so these are the questions that we asked about the business background, about the product, business activities, product costing, and suggestion from the owner.
Usually, Rimba Ceria Agrofarm will be promoting their business in all platforms or social media like Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. The founder also always give out their business card when attending any talks or events to other fellows so that their business can grow and be well known. As for Rimba Ceria Agrofarm, product they are focusing on selling in all around Selangor and certain part of Negeri Sembilan as their market area. They have planned to make everyone as their target market. Their products are also suitable to be sold to all layers of ages and for those who love this kind of food. This kind of product are usually high in demand during Raya season because it is tastier to make Raya dishes with these products.
For the cost analysis, product costing is very essential as the production can be unexpectedly expensive. Doing proper costing can be difficult, but it helps business owners to prevent any issues such as over-budgeting and getting losses. After the interviewing session, we analysed how Rimba Ceria Agrofarm performs costing in their small business. Therefore, Rimba Ceria Agrofarm tries to minimize costs while providing the best outcomes of products that are sold. Here are the costs that are incurred in the process of completing the products. For the direct costs, animal feed and raising costs are incurred. And for the indirect costs, fuel, toll and delivery fee are incurred. So these photos shown are the chicken farm, deer farm, and the animal feed and pellet. Next, product costing. Rimba Ceria Agrofarm uses both types of product costing, which are process costing and job costing, to determine the cost of a unit of production. Job costing was used for unit products like raw deer meat and raw chicken meat to ascertain the profit or loss made on each product. It involves gathering information on the costs associated with the product. The data can also be used to assess the accuracy of a company's estimating system, which should be capable of quoting prices that allow for a healthy profit margin. This job costing system requires 3 categories of data to be collected, which are direct material, direct labor, and overhead. Then, process costing is used to evaluate the company for all varieties of perkasam since they are standardized goods with an easy to determine average cost. Each product's cost is presumed to be the same as the cost of every other product produced. Costs are accumulated over a given period of time, summarized, and then consistently allocated to all units produced during that period. We move on to the cost per unit. As mentioned by Kak Azura, the owner of Rimba Ceria Agrofarm, cost per unit is determined by the total cost following the market price of the raw materials and the packaging materials. As we know, the rise in animal feed cost makes the market price of livestock such as deer and chicken increasing. The price of packaging materials are quite costly, but if we buy in bulk, we can get them at the lowest price. Thus, the price of a product is set slightly high to ease the business flow as Rimba Ceria Agrofarm will not change the selling price frequently because the market price for each material keeps changing.
Next, we go to marketing costs. All expenses incurred by the company to market and sell its product, as well as create and promote its brand, are referred to as marketing costs. Expenses incurred to modify the title of items, promote goods, inventory costs, and distribute goods are examples of marketing expenditures or expenses. Basically, marketing costs are the overall amount spent on marketing efforts. Advertising, campaigning, sales force expenses, promotional events, celebrity endorsement, and market research are all included in the marketing costs. Marketing expenses are based on 2 types of expenses, which are fixed and variable. Marketing cost that is incurred by Rimba Ceria Agrofarm is the fixed cost, which is the business card. Next is record keeping. Record keeping, also known as bookkeeping, is an important aspect of accounting. The process of recording transactions and events in an accounting system is known as record keeping. Record keeping is the foundation of accounting because the principles of accounting relies on accurate and thorough records. Good records will assist you in monitoring of your business progress, preparing financial statements, determining sources of income, recording deductible expenses, tracking the progress of your basis in property, preparing tax returns, and aiding items reported on your tax returns. Rimba Ceria Agrofarm keeps its own records in the form of books. The owner keeps track of all the information she collects in the book, so she can easily review it for future reference. Furthermore, let's take a look to the inventory management. Inventory management is a methodical system for acquiring, keeping, and selling inventory, including raw materials and finished products. The purpose is to guarantee that adequate goods or materials are available to meet demand without creating surplus inventory. FIFO, LIFO, and weighted average are the three strategies used in inventory management to ensure that the process runs smoothly. Rimba Ceria Agrofarm uses the FIFO method, which is first in, first out on Perkasam's products. Using the FIFO method, the first purchased or acquired products will be disposed of first. Perkasam takes a long time to make sure that it is cooked properly. Thus, the FIFO method is the best way to cater the problem of inventory management. It will create a better customer experience as they get the best quality of products they order.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So we'll continue with the last part, which is the closure. In this part, there are some advice and suggestions that were brought up by Kak Azura to the future businessmen and businesswomen. The first one is knowledge. It is very important for you if you want to open a business. Proper knowledge is required. But how you get this knowledge? There are many ways, but I only mentioned a few of it. The first one is you can attend some seminar or classes that will relate to your business or your products, or you learn some new sets of skills that can help you with the business. The second one is survivorship. In business, you will receive profit and loss, and also several of it, like the problems, the challenges, obstacles, and some people might hate you. Why? Because there are several factors. So you must be able to endure these problems, challenges during the period. The last one is moral values. As a Muslim, it is important for us to set a good example to the community, to in front of the other humans. But how? There are many ways. Whether you can be kind to others, or the way you speak with them with a nice way, with a nice speech that can smooth the hearts of the people. The third one is, as a business people, honesty and trustworthy is very important. As you want the customer to keep buy product from you, it is important for your product to be trustworthy, and you must be honest with them, or you will receive the consequences later. So which is why this moral value is very important with your business. For the suggestion, I suggest that you should keep updating with the current issues that were related to your products or your business, so you can be prepared for it in the future. So that will be all from the advice and suggestion, and hope it helps you. Thank you very much.